The filter-free diary. Uh,
Good morning. It's 8:13 and I'm just reflecting, of course, on the limitations of growing up as a broken adult. Because if you're broken and you're so busy either being in denial about it or trying to convince the world that that's just the way it is, that's just the way it's gonna be, then you can never actually be honest, right? Because isn't that wound, or isn't that traumatic event, or isn't that example of living like the elephant in the room that you're always creeping around because you've never dealt with it, so you can never just be okay, so you can never relax, right? You always have to think everything's about it and think everything will lead back to it, and make it your unconscious bullseye, basically, because you can't, well, you can't just relax. So when people ask you things that are even completely unrelated to whatever the elephant is, you still can't just be a useful guide of information. No, you can't. Because a useful guide of information has to be an open book so that people can ask questions. Because who knows where their association is going to lead them? Chances are it's about fixing their own data or finding some different kind of pattern alignment that has nothing to do with you, but you could offer a useful data set of your own experiences. Only you can't. Only you can't. You know why? Because you're still too busy trying to avoid the thing that nobody else sees, the elephant in the room that is staring at you like, are you ever gonna fix me? Don't you ever wonder why you got beat as a child all the time? Aren't you even curious why your daddy? And that never happened to me, but that's gross because that's the thing that happens in the world, by the way. Look, whatever. Aren't you tired of like creeping around it and being fake and doing all this bullshit that means like you can never just chill and relax? And that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. How it sucks to grow up as a broken adult that still can't fix its own shit and can only spit out more inaccurate, damaged data. Or like drowning in poop. It's so gross. But that's what you are. That's what you are. And all you have to do is sit down with a logical and rational mind and walk through that fucking wound and try to understand why it happened to you. Not why you caused it, because you didn't cause it. You were, there when it happened. And 9 times out of 10, the answer is because people are fucked up. Because people are fucked up. And understanding that people are fucked up can help you to not be so fucked up. Right? And now instead of being an open gushing wound, you can be a healing thing. And the more healed you get, the farther away that wound goes. And after a while, it'll just look like a zigzag scar, and you'll be like, yeah, there was a thing about that, but like I healed that and I don't quite really remember that shit anymore. I guess I was able to move past it. Yes, motherfuckers. That is what you are able to do. That is how you are able to do it. And why the fuck would you not want to do that? You can't want to live as a victim your entire life. That's suffering. That is suffering. And it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary because you know what? You can come to the conclusion that there are some fucked up people in the world, but it doesn't mean you have to believe everybody you meet is going to be fucked up. That's not a thing. Luckily, that's not a thing. And if that happens to be a thing, maybe you should get up and move. Maybe you're in the village of idiots. Not all villages are like that, guaranteed. Not all villages are like that. Having traveled through the US, fuck Canada, and now being in Europe and traveling through Europe and the non-Europe Europe, motherfucker, I can tell you there's a lot of places out there. There's a lot of variety of people, and the thing is, the more you heal, the more you can settle into what feels more natural and normal. And you know what? It may not be what everyone else is doing. But who cares if you're the spirit going against the current, if the current is taking everybody off the side of a waterfall? Just gonna put that out there. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay, we're done. Thank you. Have a great morning.